Well, if you thought last week was fun, get ready for another week as we go into round 2 of the In-Theory Motorsports Cross Car Championship here at AMX iRacing. I am joined in the booth tonight with the one, the only Anthony James. Anthony, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Right on. Well, I'm glad to have you in the booth. Fortunately, today we have Cody Harrelson on track, so that's a plus for him. So we're moving in the right direction. But a lot of positive feedback we received after round 1. So we're definitely eager to come back, to Crandon. Always a fan favorite here, and just kind of what are you expecting for tonight?
I'm expecting a lot of the same as last week. Not so much as the chaotic stuff, but more of the good racing of good side-by-side battling. Because last week we had, 5 cars at one time battling for second place. So I'm expecting a lot of the same, and I'm expecting a lot of drafting to come into play.
Yeah, I'd say you're right. So what we'll do real quick because we're shortening the warm-up time to try to make room for everything tonight. So we'll kind of pull it up. We had some points assigned last week. Cody Winecki is leading the series right now with Taylor Vandenbush right behind him, Zach Drapkin, and then we have Brian, Cody Vandeveer tied there for 4th, Patrick, Sean, James Burke up in 8th, Austin, Simon Solomon, Mike, Jonathan, Nathan Metoxen, Nick Nowak, and then I guess if you want to give him a technicality, we'll let Cody Harrelson round out number 16 there. But format for tonight, we're going to do some heat racing, and then we'll go into an LCQ. Looks like we got 17 drivers out on the field, so unfortunately one of them is going to have to pack it in for the night. But I'm curious. Talk us through how the comp caution is going to go, because I know with the cross cars, with the limited fuel quantity, we're going to have to kind of make an on-the-fly adjustment.
Yeah, I discovered this morning that these cars are not going to survive all 11 laps on fuel, and there's only 1.6 gallons. That's the max these cars can hold. So we made the decision to at Comp Yellow lap number 6. Where I added an extra lap the entire session. So lap number 6, we're all going to gather up, get single file. Everybody's going to go into the pits to get a quick fuel so that they are able to make it the rest of the way.
Well, sounds good. And one other kind of admin note while we get the last few seconds here in practice. But this starts round 1 for the Fantasy, the AMX Fantasy Series. So if you're watching at home, we encourage you to scan the code there on your screen or go over to amxiracinc.com/fantasy. All the links there and how to get signed up. You can select drivers all the way through the warm-up, so it's not too late to get started. It's a fun way to stay involved, and we appreciate everyone's involvement in the chat. And this is just another way for people to get involved. So. Be sure amxiracing.com, go over there, check it out, and get signed up. And looks like that's going to wrap up the practice as we get right into some heat racing for tonight. So we'll see how iRacing kind of stacks them up here.
Absolutely. One quick mention in the fantasy, you're not going to see every single driver. Only the drivers that are paid were made into the fantasy lineups.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying that. So we got Nathan Metoxen starting off on the preferred position here at Heat 1. Zach Drapkin outside of him, Brian Lockwood, Solomon Borshiner, Chase Greer, Jonathan Pepin, Nick Nowak, Dale Farnes, and Cody Harrelson is going to be rounding out Heat 1.
Hey, look at that. Cody didn't disqualify himself this time.
So, 4 laps is going to make up Heat 1. Pretty much the way they pretty much do an entire lap here before they take the green flag. So really, it's almost like 4.5 laps they get. But looks like we're just waiting on the final go ahead from race control before we kick off round 2 here at Crandon.
Who is your one to watch in this one? Mine is the guy in the far left, but I'm not going to say his name because he'll get mad at me. But that's who I'm picking. That's who I'm looking at.
Yeah, God, there's some good names in here. Zach Drapkin was fast last week. Chase Greer, I know he kind of had some unfortunate luck, but he's shown great speed, especially in practice. So,
Yes,
um,
yes. I
yeah,
know another
it's
one always to watch out for is Winicky, who unfortunately looks like he missed it. Oh no, he did make it. He did make it. It is his birthday. He is the birthday boy tonight, so we'll see if he can get a win on his birthday tonight. And
yeah,
Winkler,
that'll be
he's
a
usually always quick fast.
nice birthday present right there.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, by the way, Winicky. As we're sounds like they're getting ready to go.
Yeah, we're down to the last couple seconds. Usually they do kind of 2 minutes on the first heat to get everyone situated. So green flag is coming out. We're waiting.
And
Green flag, green flag.
we're off.
So let's
Probably
see how
the longest
these
yellow I've ever seen.
let's see how these cars hold up here in a race condition here at Crandon.
And it looks like Winicky gets out front of everybody. Or is that Winkler? Oh.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
I'm having technical difficulties.
No, it looks like Zach Drapkin's out front. Chase Greer with and Cody battling there for second.
There we go. Now I got something fixed. Yes. Chase looks like he almost got into Harrelson as Harrelson gets a little
One of them around. Looks like that might be Jonathan.
Jonathan Pepin goes around it. They actually that. Looks like Cody almost loses it off to the whoop section there as he's getting the pressure applied by Gare as they're side by side going into Argonne Corner. As Chase tries to do the over-under, Cody gets way loose. Chase has to use the dip, dive, duck, div. You know, dodgeball.
Yeah, all the D's there.
Yes. As Chase is trying the low line to see if that'll work. And I have noticed that in these cars, the typical truck line does not usually completely work out very well with these cars. As one looks like Solomon gets a little crossed up back there.
Yeah, I heard a lot of drivers commenting that they're kind of have to rediscover the lines right now.
And I know some of these guys haven't touched this. Looks like Lockwood gets a little. Oh no, that wasn't Lockwood. That was
Looked
Dale.
like maybe Farness. Yeah.
Dale getting a little loose back there. But yeah, some of these guys haven't touched these cars on the full version of this track yet, so they're used to the small version, just not so much the big version yet.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump on board real quick with Cody Harrelson as he tries to run down Zach, doing all he can to kind of maintain that gap. But it's cool to watch them how many gears they grab going through these corners.
Oh yeah. These have 6 gears in it compared to the trucks with 3, so you're constantly shifting in these lanes, just like the Pro 4s.
Zach's looking really solid today. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your thought.
All good. I was just gonna mention that these cars I know they're like much lighter and all that, but these cars are almost dang near like 4 seconds, 3 to 4 seconds faster than the trucks. So it's really interesting, kind of cool to see in a way. And I know a lot of these guys are just listening to them in the practice session today, just before this race got put up. They were all excited that these cars handle amazing here.
Yeah, clicking through the field here, looking at Solomon. He's currently sitting 6th. Nick Nowak looking to maybe try to make up some time on him. So everyone's kind of getting spread out throughout the field. Kind of all the actions up front right now with waiting for time and scoring. Sometimes Crandon messes with the timing tower here, so we just got to kind of wait for it to cycle through. But Zach is still out front. Looks like Cody and Chase doing all they can to reel him in.
Definitely looks like Chase is faster than Cody, but Cody's just not giving Chase did absolute inch trying to get around him.
Ooh, looks like Cody
As we
pushed
go
him a
on to
little
drone
wide
cone.
there.
Drone cone, drone cam.
One of those words.
And it's been a day. As Cody shuts the door on Chase, and Chase gives him the bumper. Let's see if he can make a move on lap number 3. Ooh, Cody went way deep, and Chase is going to make the move on the inside, and he will get the position.
Let's see if Cody can answer back.
Chase sends it way deep on the inside as Cody kind of goes a little wide, tries to get that little momentum, but it doesn't look like he worked all too well. But Chase is doing pretty good. He looks contact
there.
The two. Yes, sir. Cody backs off a little bit to try and to make sure none of them take each other out. As the top 4 do advance to the main event tonight, as Nathan is in the final transfer spot.
Yeah, looks like the only other notable battle on the field right now is between Nick and Solomon. Nick's still trying to reel him in, but not too much there.
Yeah, basically right now those two are battling for the 1 spot in the LCQ.
Yeah, just pretty much position at this point. Looks like Chase was able to kind of gain a little bit of breathing room over Cody. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to reel in Zach. Zach is quick tonight.
Yeah, he's not showing a whole lot of he's showing a lot of composure out there, a lot of patience, and making sure the car doesn't get out of control out of him, as he's just biding his time. As Chase is actually catching him, like you said, it is very visibly noticeable, but he's just going to run out of time.
Yeah, we'll watch these two come across the line. That's going to be Cody with Nathan behind him.
Yes, sir. There's a very, what do you call it? Clean race, we'll say.
Yeah, good way to start off the evening. I know Wheatland last week left some hurt feelings out there, but so far it looks like we're in for a good evening. So heat number 2 coming on out. Yes, go ahead and take it away for us.
All right, starting on pole will be Mike Singletary getting a lucky starting spot. Next to him, all of them are in a straight line. Eddie Farnes, and then next to him is Emma Flynn, Drake Mateg, Sean Winkler, Patrick Solari, Taylor Vanderbush, Jeffrey Latch, and Cody Winnecki, the birthday boy.
Yeah, I wish he was kind of having a little bit of a better start there. But honestly, sometimes that outside line really benefits everyone. So
absolutely.
So get ready for.
I know Sean had the fastest lap of the practice, so we shall see what he can do here.
Yeah, as long as he can avoid getting sandwiched there, he's kind of sitting smack dab in the middle. So yeah, if he can get a good launch and try to get what could be some potential chaos behind him, just stay clear of that. That's going to benefit him a lot going into the main event tonight.
Absolutely. Let's see here. I know Winnecki also has been throwing down some quick time, so I'm also, like I said in the pre-race show, as I am looking forward to seeing what he can do. As they are revving the engine and they're got a jump start
like
and green flag.
A few got a little excited there, so they'll probably just hold and they'll clear those flags. Kind of no harm, no foul, as long as they don't gain position.
Looks like Winkler is 4 wide for the race lead as Winkler gets the whole shot, it looks like.
Yeah, he kind of took up my advice there. And
we got a big wreck behind.
I did not see who that was, unfortunately.
I think it was Jeffrey and Singletary and Mateg all getting together.
Ah. Hopefully they can sort it out. I see a couple black flags. Like I said, those won't be able to be cleared until they come around to take the official green flag.
Yeah, they have to complete a whole lap. As Emma Flynn is in third place in front of a big old group of vehicles behind her, trying to escape, run away from them. As Vandenbush, Farness, and Latch and Solari all looking to make their way into the feature without going through an LCQ.
Yeah, if you can avoid the LCQ tonight, that's going to be huge. Especially with these open wheel cars, it could end badly if you make contact. And Zach Draft can give Sean some love. Love to see it. Good friendly camaraderie between competitors here.
Absolutely, as Winicky is drafting him, as Winicky makes a move on Winicky. See, Zach, you got me saying Winkler as your name now.
That doesn't help when one or two have such close last names.
Right. Winkler, Winicky battling out for the race lead and coming around to complete lap 1. Can Winicky get the crossover? Doesn't look like it, as he will get a nice little run going into the S's, as Winkler makes a rare mistake there, as Winicky has to put on the binders to make sure he doesn't smack into him.
Yeah, that's kind of uncharacteristic there. But yeah, that shows how squirrely these things can get. But Sean's able to keep it straight. So.
Yeah, as these two have a almost 2.5 second lead on third place. Taylor Vandenbush, as he finally got around Emma.
Yeah, I'll take a look at Taylor running strong. Emma sitting 4th in that final transfer spot. Patrick not too far behind her. So
no,
hopefully we'll jump back up front and check in with these two where all the eyes are at right now.
They are still battling side by side, racing hard, and trying to still pulling away from Taylor. I know Taylor's trying everything he can. He's hoping them to start battling out and can make a little bit of contact for him to get up there, as we got a slide job into a crossover that just couldn't make it work with the momentum there. As Winicky looks to go high, and he was going to try and go low, but he was not unable to, as we come around to start lap number 3.
Actually, we're white flag. Sorry, yeah. Again, timing and scoring sometimes messing with us here, but
it's lap 3.
It is lap 3. My bad. I'm messed up.
I was just gonna say, just ignore time and scoring up there. There's a weird spot right at the top, right there at the scoring loop and the jump that kind of screws everything up, as Winicky makes an uncharacteristic mess up there, as Winkler now has almost a 1 second gap.
So this isn't for a spot in the transfer, but really, if these three can't work together and try to close that gap up on Emma, there might be a battle on our hands here in the next lap or two, hopefully. I say lap or two, but time is really running out, so.
They're running out quick. They need to start drafting each other, doing that little shake bike.
Let's check in with these two up front.
Yeah, they're pretty much, they look like they're kind of settled in, as Winicky is going to try everything he can to get back up there, but I just don't think he is going to be able to. I think he's too far back unless Sean makes an uncharacteristic mistake again.
Yeah, it already kind of happened once, so I wouldn't put anything past the possibility tonight, but yeah, everyone's running really, really well tonight. You can tell they put in some practice and gotten a good handle on these cars. Kind of go back here, checking in with Patrick and
Eddie.
Eddie's closing the gap back there. So we'll watch these two real quick.
Eddie tries to make a move on the inside and loop. Well, he tried.
Unfortunately, just came around a little too quickly on him.
Yeah, he tried to send it in there, trying to make it stick. It just couldn't work. as Winkler has opened the gap to 1.02 seconds. And all he has to do is just complete the last 2 corners with no issues, and he's good to go. Starting P2 on the night for the main event. As we come around to Calamity Corner for the checkered flag, Winkler, Sean, take the flag. Moving into second, Taylor Vanderbush third, and who's going to get the all-elusive final transfer spot? It goes to Emma Flynn, holding off a late charge by Drake Mateg. Solari at Fartness, Singletary, and Laps goes out your field.
All right, well, we'll see. I have a feeling we're probably going to roll into an LCQ here, and no, we're going to go right into a warm-up.
Oh, so it did take everybody.
Well, that's good. It's always a bummer when one person gets left behind. So I pointed it out once. If you're tuning in, it's still not too late. We have till the end of the warm-up here to lock in your picks for tonight's fantasy. The drivers you see in here are the drivers you get to pick. So go ahead and give them some support. Select their names. You can use each driver up to 4 times, and hopefully their performance tonight helps you out. So let's while they do a couple laps, let's recap last week, which had some excitement. So let's revisit that at Wheatland.
Winkler falls back to 8th in that little mishap as well.
As Cody Winecki has
second, 7th.
Cody Winecki has stretched his legs out to a 4.5 second lead. He's got to be feeling comfortable with 2 laps to go.
Absolutely. I'm sure he's stretching out right now, just trying to keep the car as straight as possible. As Dropkin is trying to push that car as hard as he absolutely can. Sounds like right before they get to the whoops, he is flooring it all the way, and then he just backs it off, trying to roll the car down. Brian Lockwood found himself back up in the 4th place as he about took out a tire barrier with him.
Yeah, Taylor trying his all to get back up there into that top 3. You know he's got to be driving with a head of steam right now, Anthony.
Absolutely, as we're coming around the final corner for take the white flag. 1 lap to go for Mr. Cody Winecki, with now a 5-second lead. Followed in second place is Zachary Dropkin, Vanderveer P3. As there's a nice little gap between them, as they have no competition between one another unless there's a big issue. Byron Lockwood and Taylor Vanderbush look like they're about to maybe put on a good show for the ending for the final for P4.
Yeah, Taylor's trying to find any which way he can to get around Brian here.
Look back here at Sean Winkler and James Burke Jr. Winkler is looking to try and get himself back up there as far as possible so he can try and not have a bad points night today. Winecki,
Cody,
keep it nice and smooth through the S's.
Last time through.
Yes, sir.
Cody Winecki out at turn 10 for the final time. He's going to come out and be your round 1 winner here at Lucas Oil Raceway Park. Zachary Dratkin going to bring home second. Looks like Cody Vanderveer going to get third. Brian Lockwood's going to hold off Taylor Vandenbush for 4th and 5th.
Well, like I said, it was a good race. I had a lot of fun calling it. Really enjoyed having both you and Cody in the booth. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully that continues. The good racing continues over to today, which so far we've seen that. So I have no doubts that's going to be the case. We got about just over a minute left in warm up. So while these guys get the last 1 or 2 laps in, we'll take a look at the schedule. So this week, round 2, we're at Crandon. Next week, we're going to go to Wild West, and then back here at Crandon for the short configuration, which is, I think, a lot of fun. and then Firebird, and that will pretty much start the second half of the season. And a reminder, drivers do get that drop week, so if you have a favorite driver, again, Anthony and I are always curious what your thoughts are. Who's going to win this? Who's gonna be up on the podium? Who are we going to be talking to tonight? So if you're tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, give us your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. I don't know. What do you think, Anthony? Who's looking strong tonight that you've seen so far?
Well, looking at the old warm-up here, as one particular driver has almost a 0.4 of a second gap to the next fastest driver, and I also think Gare will have a great night tonight. Chase, he's been putting in the hard work. He kind of has an idea. He's raced with these things in real life. Sean, he's been doing pretty good. Drapkin, he's got the speed. So let's see if he can put it in the victory lane tonight. That's my pick, is Zachary Drapkin.
All right, well, let's go ahead. Like I said, 12 laps is going to make up the race tonight. And speaking of Drapkin, he's going to be starting us off in that number 1 spot. Outside of him, Sean Winkler, Chase Greer in third, Cody Winecki outside. Well, it's a row, so it really doesn't. There is no outside. But continuing on, Cody Harrelson, Taylor Vandenbush, Nathan Metoxen, Emma Flynn, Dale Farnes, Drake Matag is going to make up the front row. Behind them is going to be Nick Nowak, Patrick Solari, Solomon Borshiner, Eddie Farnes, Jonathan Pepin, Mike, Brian Lockwood, and then Jeffrey Latch. So that is going to make up the field as these drivers looking good, all ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's the first time seeing these cars on this track and it being too deep for a start. As we're just sitting here waiting for making sure all the drivers are in and ready to go, as the countdown should be ending here shortly, as we are getting ready for the inaugural race here at Crandon Full with these cars.
Yeah, everyone's hitting the that pedal on the right. Oh, it looks like we're getting ready to grid. Throttles are coming up. Let's go racing.
Green flag.
And we're off. As everybody's already vying all over the place trying to find that grip. Drapkin all over the place, but looks like he's going to get the whole shot as Harrelson out of nowhere coming to the outside, making a trying to make a run on Drapkin and Winkler right there behind him. It's so hard when them two got the same exact painting.
It does make it challenging.
Harrelson gets the whole shot. That's a shocker. I did not see that coming there, Mr. Frank.
Yeah, Cody's he's demonstrated a lot of speed in these things. He's kind of the dark horse. It's kind of deceptive because he unfortunately took himself out of the race last week from an admin standpoint. But everyone was focused on Zach and Cody or Cody Winecki. Everyone kind of forgot about Harrelson. So I'm definitely excited to see him lead some laps here and start. I guess what would be race 1 for him off so strong.
Big little mess up there in the backfield. Looks like a couple cars getting together. And I would appreciate them waiting to get going, but the field goes around them. Unfortunately, it's just not very good luck. As we are kind of single filed out here up at the front of the pack.
Yeah, I guess you can look at maybe Chase and Nathan. Nathan kind of making a return to the league. He's kind of went MIA there for a while, but he's showing up and showing up with some speed.
It looked like Drapkin was trying to make a move as Winecki is opening the door for him. As we got Rockwood in the grass and trying to make a move on the leader. Just couldn't make it work as Winicky and Drapkin are side by side over the razor jump. Coming down into the Calamity corner. Harrelson leaves the door open a little bit, but that's kind of where the line is as everybody tries to feel each other out here in the first couple laps.
Yeah, take a look back here. This is a battle for 6.
Greg Mittag had a little bit of an issue in the heat race, but it looks like he's going to look to the inside on Nathan and try and hold on to the inside there, but he hits the berm and pushes out a little bit, which allows Lockwood to get around him.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Kind of take a little bit further back in the field. We'll focus on Eddie Farnes for a moment, running 11th. Emma Flynn,
Eddie,
who had
he's
a good.
Doing pretty good, and he's mostly a circle track guy, so it's cool seeing him jumping over to this side of the fence and seeing what he can do.
Yeah, it looks like the Farnes brothers trading spots there. So
Cousins.
Oh, they're cousins.
Yep, they're cousins.
Oh well, I've been wrong this entire time.
It's still family.
Jump back up
like
front.
Dale getting into the inside wall there a little bit. It looks like Winicky and Drapkin and Winkler and all of them looks like they're a little bit faster than Harrelson, but Harrelson's doing a very good job of just holding them back. As Winicky looks like he's going to try and make a move, but he's just going to run in line. And I wonder what some of these drivers are thinking, if they're wanting to make a move now, or are they wanting to wait till that comp yellow, get the fuel, and then start making their moves on the last half of the race.
Yeah, with the need for a pit stop, that's going to kind of shake things up a little bit, because now you have another element of strategy coming in, as opposed to just running wide open. Do you try to save a little bit of fuel so that way you're not taking so long on pit road, or like you said, do you try to make the moves now and just hope that it doesn't take too long to fill up these small fuel tanks? Different ways to address it.
Yeah, Harrelson got into the grass right before. Oh, Harrelson into the wall.
That's unfortunate.
Still wrecking.
Yeah, it looks like that was Drapkin who got into him as well.
Yep. As Harrelson gets into the wall and drives out in front of Vandenbush and almost creates even more chaos. And as everybody's trying to avoid them, looks like Metoxin and Drapkin get together. As Gare is way off the track trying to collect himself after all that still.
Let's jump on board with Drake Metagrite now, trying to kind of reel in Zach. See if he can't set him up coming into this long straightaway here. It's fun when you hear him just hit the rev limiter.
Right.
It's going to set him up there on the inside. We'll see if he can't make that stick.
It looks like he's going to get the slide job, and
he had to come out of the throttle a little bit, so I don't know if that's going to allow Zach to set him up on the inside going into...
Zach threw it in hard. He does the slide job, gives him a little love tap, and he makes the pass. That opens the door for Lockwood. Will Lockwood be able to make a pass on the outside here? Or is he going to try the over-under?
This is a fun bunch to watch here.
Absolutely. As Chase is trying to reel them back in, trying to gather his composure and get back up there. As this is the next lap will be comp yellow.
Yeah, so one more time around. I have a feeling, listening to some of the drivers talk before we went into the session tonight, some of them were talking about pitting maybe a little early. We'll see which ones decide to take that. Oh, someone around back there.
That was Drapkin? No.
No, I think was that Drapkin? Yeah, it was. Because he fell a couple positions, so...
An uncharacteristic mistake by Drapkin coming out of the corner there. must have either got a love tap or he got really loose and just looped it. Just went to the point of no return. As we look on board here with Cody Harrelson. As we come into the comp yellow, it'll be Cody Winecki out front.
Well, Anthony.
And Sean Winkler will come up in second place. Vanderbush third. It looks like Harrelson will be able to hold on to fourth. Drake McTagg fifth. Lockwood sixth. Chase Gare seventh. Zachary Drapkin eighth. Nathan Metoxen ninth. And Eddie Farnes will round out the top 10.
So Carol was asking if you're bringing back the taxi this year. Is there a backstory to that?
Oh, that's I'm a different Anthony. That's Anthony Tuckett. I'm a different Anthony.
I was like,
maybe
maybe there's something I'm not following here.
No, I don't have.
Carol keeping me on my toes.
I have the big old beautiful red, white, and blue car. Yeah, that's all good. It looks like everybody is getting in single file line like we asked them, and getting ready to go pit for some fuel. And then once after they get to pit, the restart zone will be at the tip of this jump to the tip of this jump. So the leader will have any time in there to fire off.
And I know there was a technicality on the rule when they pit. They're not allowed to gain any positions on pit road. Is that correct?
That is correct. Where you are currently is where you are locked in.
Yeah,
so we kind of threw that in there. That way, drivers can't just, if they can't just pit it before the comp yellow, then gain all that position back right here. All good, Carol. All right, that's fine.
Yeah, I know way too many Anthonys.
I had an Anthony in my class, so I had to go by Tony so that people wouldn't get all confused.
So Cody Winecki will bring them out of pit road.
Hopefully every single one of these drivers check the box to make sure they receive that fuel.
If not, they'll be coming back through next lap, I'm sure.
Yep.
So everyone's slowing up, waiting to collect everybody back up.
You know, I'm going to be honest. It looks like we're still waiting. Let's see here.
Oh, they're going to double it up.
They're going to double it up now, and then be double file all the way around the track again. Who are we waiting on here? Where's good old Solomon at there, Frank? Actually, you know what? Shall we bring Solomon in and talk to him, see how he's doing back there in 18th?
Yeah, if he's there, let's go ahead and grab him.
Hey, Solomon, it's Anthony and Frank in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
So, how's it going in this race? It looks like you had a little bit of unfortunate events in the Argonne corner. What happened there?
No, it was actually right towards the beginning of the race. Trying to start on the second round. Figured, well, the best bet we had here was to just play it safe and make it happen. Got a little cross up and then slammed the back tire in the wall, had a flat. Came into the pits to get it fixed and kind of just paced it to see how the cart's feeling. And now that we're all bunched up together, if I can make a...
Absolutely. Well, good luck, my friend, and we'll see how. Hopefully, we'll see you in the broadcast booth at the end of the race, huh?
Great, thank you guys. Good rest of your night.
Thank you.
That is a beautiful formation.
Borschinger in the number 91 car, as he's currently in 18th place, having some unfortunate events at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, I've always I love Solomon. He's such a fun person to talk to and be around. So. Even when he's having a rough night, you wouldn't guess it. It's water off a duck's back.
All right, here we go. Get ready for the restart. Let's see if Harrelson can make a move to try and get back up there, or maybe Taylor even, now that he's now within striking distance now.
That's a great opportunity for Taylor. Like you said, let's see if he can capitalize on it.
Let's see. It looks like they're a little screwy back there, but they're doing all right as we are green flag. Looks like Taylor gets the worst start on all of that. But Winkler is trying to make a move, but just couldn't make it work as he's got to hold off now Taylor and Drake Matei. Going on the drum can with Taylor Vanderbush going over the razor jump, going into Calamity Corner as he's leaving the door wide open for Matei on the inside, but Taylor will get the run on the exit here, filling in the gap. As Harrelson looks to have a little bit of an issue right there as Lockwood is going to try to capitalize on the mistake.
It looks like most everyone's had a pretty clean restart.
Harrelson loses another spot to Lockwood as he gets all crossed up there in the Argonne corner there. Looks like Lash is having some issues back there, having the your car's broke, please. As McTagg goes around, Cody goes around, as he's trying to avoid that, gets into Lockwood. Everybody, it's just Calamity and Cowboys. Boys, that's the wrong corner to have Calamity in. We got to be in the other corner. Come on. As Taylor looks to try and gain all that ground that he lost there at the start of that restart.
Jumping on board with Sean right now as he shows us what it looks like to try to wheel in Winecki.
You just hear them going through all the gears.
It's amazing how much momentum they can carry through these corners.
Yeah, especially with these little things, and you gotta really finesse it, because if one little shake of the wheel or you're on the gas just wrong, or on the brakes just wrong, you're going around instantly, which is I think is what's been happening to some of these drivers here.
Yeah, it's very easy to bust that rear end loose and lose traction.
As we're riding on board here with Emma Flynn, who's looks like she's been kind of running around the 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th position in this race, trying to stay out of the mess, but running really good conservative race.
Yeah, she's having a strong night. Look
It's
at
always a
this,
good night when
Solomon
you're
up to 11th. So pretty much we're talking to him there a moment ago, and in last place, already making some ground, trying to get Patrick up there, who's sitting in 10th.
Let's see if he can catch up to his teammate. I know Solomon's been putting in a lot of work. He absolutely loves these cross cars, so let's see if he can make up that 6-second gap before the night's all done. As we ride back up here, Cody, Sean, and Taylor are still your top three, and they still each have about a second gap.
Is that
between each other as
Brian Lockwood around?
Looked like he caught the K-rail.
Yeah, that K-rail is...
everybody to move up one spot.
If it is one thing that will ruin everyone's night, it is that K-rail. You and I have found that on way too many occasions.
I hate to admit it, but you are very correct. Chase Center, he's riding right on the livid edge of that thing, because he about took himself out, almost hitting that cushion there, as he's trying to reel in Zachary Dropkin.
Yeah, we're down to just the last couple laps here, so if there's any moves to be made, especially by Sean Winkler, now's the time to consider it.
Will the birthday boy get the win, or will Sean Winkler find a way to get in victory lane once again? Brooks, you'll be fine. We just remember everything I taught you, all right?
Yeah, that's why we call it the Great Equalizer.
You'll be all right, Brooks. As these boys are still trying to figure out what they need to do in order to catch Winicky, as they are trying every line possible, swinging it way out, swinging it way in. There's just nothing's working to Winicky, as he's just running the perfect line almost. As currently the fastest lap in the race is by Cody Winicky with a 1:17.006 to Winkler's 17.072. So they are almost deadlocked even.
Yeah, it's going to come down to a mistake. That's really what's... Cody is just so consistent. It's going to be a bad bounce or something like that. That's just going to upset the vehicle.
Yeah, I think something like that's going to have to happen, but I don't want that to happen, as all these drivers have been very consistent in just keeping the car straight.
Looks like Cody Harrelson's out of the car, so whatever happened to him back there was enough to damage the vehicle for the evening, and unfortunately a promising start, especially leading a few laps early in this race, and just an unfortunate way to end the night.
Absolutely. Hey, in the future, if we ever have a whole shot, anybody that's looking to do a whole shot award for a Crandon, get in contact with us. We'll love to talk with you. As Cody and Sean are still out front, they're pretty much, I don't really, in my opinion, see much happening here, as it looks like our closest battle is for 11th place between Nathan Metoxa and Solomon Borsinger.
Yeah, these boys are bringing it home right now, and both Cody and Sean. This is I'd say a relatively easy part of the track coming up. So unless they find the K rail on that last turn before the finish line, Sean's probably just praying that there's a bad bounce off this jump.
Here we go, coming into the final corner of Calamity. The birthday boy, Cody Winicky, drives it in nice and smooth, comes it out great. He is your tonight's round 2 main event winner, followed by Sean Winkler, Taylor Vandenbush, rounding out the podium. Zafka Drafted, Chase Kerr, Drake McTagg. And who's going to take that 7th place spot? Eddie Farnes, Emma Flynn, and Patrick Solari, Brian Lockwood rounds out the top 10. As Nathan Metoxa will be able to hold off good old Solomon.
Yeah.
For 11th and 12th.
Rest of the field coming on through.
As we got a looper.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate for him, but the other 2 drivers are like, thank you.
Well, while we wait for these last few drivers to come across, do we have anybody standing by for us?
Not yet. It looks like they're still getting to the top 3 zone here.
All right. Well, looks like with everybody coming across, we can have some official results for tonight. Cody Winicky, we saw take the checkered flag tonight. Sean Winkler behind him. Taylor Vandenbush, about 2 seconds separating him behind Sean. So not too bad. Zach Dropkin 4th. Chase Greer 5th. Drake McTagg, Eddie Farnes, Emma Flynn, Patrick Solari, Brian Lockwood, like you pointed out, round out the top 10. Nathan Metoxin, Solomon Borsinger, Nick Nowak, Mike Singletray, Jonathan Pepin, and Cody Harrelson. And I believe that there's a couple more.
Pretty sure that is pronounced Singletary.
Ah, my bad. And then Dale Farnes and Jeffrey round out the field.
It looks like we're here. They're ready to go. You want to do good old Taylor Vandenbush?
Go ahead and grab him, and I'll keep an eye out for Sean Winkler in the pits and try to stop him as he's walking by. But go ahead, take it away.
You've got
All right, we have Taylor Vandenbush here. You got us in the booth here, bud.
Indeed, I do.
How's it going? You look like you had a great run there tonight. You were able to sneak around Cody there after his little mishap and come out with a nice little podium finish.
Yeah, that first half was definitely rough. I had a rough heat, but we made it work in the feature and stay out of the carnage. I did have a little damage from that contact early on, but luckily we were able to get it fixed during our pit stop and kept it on the podium here.
Absolutely. It kind of looked like once about the second half of the race, about the midway point of the second half, looked like you guys all kind of just got into your nice little rhythm there, and just you look like every one of you were trying to search a line to try and catch one another, but just it didn't look like much was happening.
Yeah, with Cody and Sean, you got to be consistent. They're very consistent guys, and so when everyone finds their nice little line, you got to just fall in and hope someone makes a little bit more of a mistake than you sometimes. And fortunately, it wasn't tonight. Well, we'll take a third.
I was gonna
Keeps
say
us in the
much
running
better
for
result
points.
than last week, huh?
Yeah. Last week, I think I still pulled out a top 5, but it works out better when you're on the podium.
Absolutely. Congrats on your podium. Is there any friends, family, sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, first and foremost, just a trim. It's always nice having a nice green car, and then Interior Motorsports, Winecki Motorsports, Chase Gear Motorsports as well. Refuse to Lift, BGM Racing for sponsoring this, and Borschinger Sim Sports. And then obviously you guys for broadcasting here.
We appreciate it as we thank you and have a good rest of your night. And see you in the Pro Lights.
Thanks.
All right,
Well,
that was Taylor Vandervoos in third place tonight in our race tonight.
yeah, and I'm joined down here with Mr. Sean Winkler. Sean, what a race!
Hello, Frank.
It's,
Yeah, what a race, huh? How'd it
ah,
look from your end?
you know, it's just fun to watch you drive. You just
Thank you.
it's always a treat. So yeah,
Appreciate it, Frank.
what's I gotta ask, is Crandon one of your favorite tracks, or do you have one that you prefer over Crandon?
I do like Crandon a lot. It's probably one of my favorites. Bark River's up there too, because it's even more technical than this, and you never get a break. But Crandon definitely is up there on my list towards the top. Yeah, I do enjoy it, especially anytime we get a chance to run it. Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, well, you drive like you enjoy it, and
Yeah, try. I hope you see that on your end.
yeah. What any thoughts going into the next week with Winecki? It seemed like you guys were pretty evenly matched with lap times, and it's you really have to kind of bank on him making a mistake. Is that kind of what you're thinking going into these races? Try to get into a position where you can capitalize, or
I'm not thinking a lot. These 3 brain cells, rubbing together, just trying to keep it focused on staying on track. So I don't do any extra thinking than I have to. I know he's fast, and I'll try to be just as fast and stay as close as I can. He had great pace in that feature. Congrats to Cody on the win, and happy birthday to him. Nothing like winning on your birthday. We were running the same pace there. So when I was talking to him after, he said he was waiting for me to make a move, but I couldn't get there because he was running great times, and I just couldn't close that gap to get into a position to make a move. So props to him for the win. And yeah, we tried to hold on to it. Happy to be here in P2. Good to be on the podium, and always a pleasure to talk to you, gentlemen.
absolutely. Well, I'm sure there's a high likelihood I'll be talking to you again tonight as we go over to the Pro 2 Lights, but I'm sure
No
there's
guarantees, but we're gonna try.
Well, if you're running like you are in these cars, I'd bet money on you. So I'll let you go ahead and go give the shout outs and go back to celebrating.
Yeah, thanks. Obviously, I want to thank Racecraft Academy for letting me drive for the team. It's great group of guys to run with. Real Broker, Next Level Racing. Obviously, AMX, you guys for throwing on a great league, and the new broadcast. It's super fun to watch these. All the fans out there watching, these are free cars, so get them. You got to buy the track, but that's no big deal. It's a couple bucks, but the fun factor is super high through the roof. So if you're thinking about doing these things, get them, get in here, and come run with us. It's a blast. Yeah.
Well, good deal. Well, I'll look forward to talking to you here very shortly, I'm sure.
I'm going to do my best to get back here, Frank. Thanks a lot, brother.
Sounds good.
Yep. See you guys.
As we are here with the birthday boy, Coney Winecki, getting the win. You got us in the booth?
Hello.
So how's it going after a nice little chaotic first half? Kind of looked like you guys were trying to feel each other out. And then Cody Harrelson getting that amazing start on you guys. And it kind of looked like he was kind of holding you guys up there for a little bit until he made that mistake. How was it when you seen that happening in front of you? And then after that, just holding off a hard charging Sean?
Yeah, I wasn't sure on that mistake with Cody. I don't know if I checked up too late or he checked up too early, but I know I bumped him just enough, and I think that's what got him turned around. But
Okay.
overall, the race was a blast. Like, these cars are so fun to drive, and if you make one little screw up, it spins you around quick. So I knew Sean and Taylor were going to be tough to beat today, but we held our pace and got the win done.
Absolutely. Yeah. How much practice and preparation did you do you coming into this race, knowing that these cars are virtually untested and haven't been here yet?
Yeah, today was my first lap on this track with these cars. You guys put up a hosted practice, and those were my first couple laps, and got it dialed in pretty quick.
Absolutely. So congrats on your win. And is there any friends, family, sponsors you want to thank?
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for hosting this awesome league and the broadcast and everything about it. It's a blast to run with you guys. Impact Sim Sports, the Racecraft boys, they're always helping out and coaching and everything they do to make us all equal fast and run clean. My fiance for letting me race tonight. Being my birthday, it was tough to get here, but we're here and glad to be here up front.
All right, that is the birthday boy, Coney Winecki, grabbing the win here tonight in the Itm Motorsports Cross Car Series.
Well, very good. As we wrap it up here, we want to remind everyone that as we hit the close button on this stream, we're about to launch over at Crandon here again with the Pro 2s. So we invite everyone to tune back in, give us about 5 minutes or so to switch everything over, and we will see you back here very shortly on AMX TV.